So here's a full rundown of my experience shopping at the different Hermes stores in Tokyo, Japan this past week. Definitely not like the other countries, and the goal was try to walk in and secure a bag that I wanted, no pre-spend, just like a normal average boutique experience. Honestly, I wasn't expecting to score a quota bag, and long story short, I didn't. But I did score a bag on my wish list and rejected some as well. So I'll start with day one. I woke up early on a Sunday to line up at the Hermes Ginza flagship store because I had read online that Ginza had the most inventory and had a higher chance of scoring a bag. This was actually true based on my experience. Even if it was not a Birkin, Kelly, or Constance, they had really nice non-quota options. So I was first in line at 9 o'clock a.m. before people started coming by around 9:30 a.m. onwards, and by 10:50 a.m. we were about 14 in line. Around 10:55 a.m., these two wonderful store managers came out to greet us and distributed small white markers so that you would know your number for the leather desk. As soon as we walked in, we were led up to the fourth floor, and it's important to note here that the iPad system was non-existent. People had said that there used to be an iPad where people in line could check what was available, but in the 3 days that I visited the store, no iPad in all instances. Instead, they would say that all bags in the display cases to your left and right were available for sale. All bags in the center display cases were off limits. The only bag that I saw which I really liked was a Herbag 31 that morning, but since I already owned one in a colorway that I love, I passed on this one. The person behind me purchased it on the spot. People cleared out quite quickly when they realized that there wasn't much except men's bags that were available, but the store was so beautiful, so I stayed and browsed around and enjoyed a delicious caramelized onion tart and pastry at the Hermes Cafe inside the store. Around 12:30 noon, I decided to head back up to the leather department for one last look, when suddenly, like a procession, 3 essays came out carrying boxes full of bags and displayed them in the center table. It was clearly a new delivery. I asked if I could view the bags that had just arrived, and they handed me a little wooden card and said I was second in line to check out the products. So there was a Picoton 22 in E-Tube, a 2424 Noir, and a mini plume in gold swift leather. All beautiful bags. The couple before me took the 2424, which I honestly wanted, so I was left with the Picoton and the plume, which I passed on. Of course, the Picoton was immediately picked up, as you can see in the video, and I believe the plume was also purchased on the spot. It was really interesting how there was no game to be played. The bags could have been bought without pre-spender history. I'm certain Birkins, Kellys, and Constances would need a relationship, but at least they offered beautiful options even to tourists. It was refreshing from the systems in other countries, to be honest. The next day, I didn't line up early and arrived around 1:30 p.m. instead, and the delivery had already been set out. There was a Picoton 22 gold on gold and a mini Herbag in noir. Both were snatched up immediately by the people ahead of me, though. That same day, I visited the Hermes Omotesando branch near Harajuku and walked in, straight to the leather desk around 4 o'clock p.m. to ask if they had any bags. This is where they opened up an iPad to show me what was there. They had this beautiful mini noir gypsier with gold hardware in swift leather for the body and a leather strap. I was so surprised and I wanted this so much, but I had a moment's hesitation, so I went to a store nearby to call my husband. And by the time we came back, within around 15 to 30 minutes, the bag had been sold. It was total regret for the next 2 days. I was so sad. The other branches in Takashimaya and Mitsukoshi were quite bare. But on our last day in Tokyo, my husband tried his luck again at Ginza and arrived around 1 o'clock p.m. The deliveries had already been set out, but luckily there was no one on the floor when it happened, so he sent me photos of their display wall. Once again, there was a mini gypsier, noir and swift leather, but this time palladium hardware, and when he sent me the photo, I didn't think twice. I asked him to pick it up for me, and that's what I brought home. There was also a mini Rulli in navy swift leather and a mini Della Cavalleria available. Both were really quite stunning in person. So to summarize, I would suggest that visiting Ginza between the hours of 12:30 noon and 1:30 p.m. might be your best bet. But this is absolutely not guaranteed, so don't come for me, please, if no deliveries arrive. We could have just been really lucky, but the essays at the leather desk advised us over and over again that the timing varies every day. The other branch that I would suggest to try your luck is at Hermes Omotesando. They have excellent service and were very open to what was available. So I'll be unboxing my new bag soon, and good luck!